Hi everyone, my name is Piterpakulski. Today we'll continue building financial model of a street food spots. This will be a chain of spots. There will be a lot of spots of different types. So at the previous video we started creating the portraits of these spots, so we can create we started creating 6 types of portraits of these street food spots. And then now we are moving to direct expenses, direct costs. So at the previous video we were talking about average check, and now we need to calculate direct expenses. So let's create direct expenses. So this will be a percent from average check. Format cells, just horizontal. Okay. Let's make this table a little bit smaller. So for example, the direct expenses will be, so this will be percentage format. Let's say that direct expenses will be 20% from average check, and direct expenses in dollar per average check. This will be, we multiply this by this value, and then we can also create direct expenses coefficients. We will copy this group of inputs. Direct expense local coefficient, and direct expense global coefficient. And then we have direct expense final dollar per average check, and this will be this value multiply this value and multiply this value. So for example, if we want to switch off some street food spot type off, we can just switch it off here. We get no average check, we get no direct expense. Or for example, we can decrease all direct expenses by 50% of the basic value, or we can decrease on 50% only specific street food spots. So all this will be needed for future scenario analysis. Then we are moving to the next block of inputs. amount of checks. Amount of checks. So first of all, this will be here. I will paste street food spot types. Here on the left will be the list of spots types. We have 6 of them. Then here from left to right, and here from left to right we will specify the days of the typical week. And here we will be specifying the amount of checks for each type of street food spot. So for example, so this will be for this type of spot, this will be for this. For example, this type of spot will be placed on the will be placed in location where Saturday and Sunday will have no revenue. For example, in some office center or somewhere, I don't know where. So here in during the weekend there will be no revenues. So here we can specify the portrait. Then what we are doing, so for example, we can also create some seasonality in amount of every check inside the typical week. Also we will be modeling the spot that will generate losses. We will add here, for example, the duration, the life cycle. Let me just finish with this. So here we're creating the table for different for the amount of checks for different types of spots. So we're creating the behavior, the portrait of each spot from perspective of revenues, expenses, investment plans, salaries. This will be fixed cost, will be the next video. So we are describing our different spots from different points of view. So then we are adding coefficients for scenario play. Amount of checks, check amount, check amount, local coefficient, check amount local, and check amount global coefficient. Then we are creating the amount, the table for amount of checks with coefficients added. So here I will place the street food spot types again. And here I will place this value multiplied this value. Here I'm freezing column, and here I'm freezing the specific cell for global coefficient. And we can also add this coefficient. So for example, if we want to switch off some spot from calculations, we can easily do that. Then if we want to increase the amount of checks twice, for example, for this or that type of spot, we can do it here. Or for example, we can increase 4 times the amount of checks for all types of spot, or we can take just 30% of our basic amount of checks and see what will happen with simple discounted payback period. So all this will be necessary later, many steps ahead during scenario analysis that you will have to face when you will be getting acquainted with your business idea. So then we will also add a parameter called life cycle. So the basic amount of life cycle will be 120 months. So this will be a 10-year horizon. So, and for example, some spot will generate losses. Let's assume that, and they will work, for example, for 24 months, and then we will close them. So we can create even this type of portrait, because you will spend money on these types of spot, but you will lose, but you will get losses, and you will also have to calculate all these losses, and these losses will have to affect your cash flow, and because this spot will never appear forever in the model. So you will have to set up the life cycle even for spots that will generate losses for some period of time, and then you will close them. So this is also very important for realistic approach for your business modeling, because not all spots will generate you profit for you. So these were amount of checks. I hope you enjoyed this story. We will be moving forward. If you find this video valuable, you may give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. So see you guys in next videos. Thank you and bye.